Hey, welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd, and I am just getting home from work. I'm on a project. It's it should be a very fulfilling project. It's like fun. I get to touch all the places, right? And put my stamp on different areas in the house, right? Like so many rooms. And it's going to be a really good statement when I'm finished. But I'm emotionally spent every day when I get home because I got to go to war every day with these men on these jobs. Now, you've heard me talk about misogyny a little bit before, but this here is a totally different animal. It's not like, men who think women should just stay in the house and cook and clean and this and that. It's beyond that. It's like a resentment thing going on. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So, I do renovations. They used to be, very, very joyful. And I had a nice team and we had a good dynamic and, it was just great. But me and my work husband fell out and we had to separate for a couple of years. So he came back and acted like he had some sense. And I started giving him projects again. Meanwhile, I had found me a whole new team that I was working with. We were fine. Older gentleman. He ain't never bothered me. I'm going to get back to him. But, we did a couple of projects together and then went away. And now I'm asking, I don't know what happened while we were apart doing our own thing. But now I asked him to come back and consult on a job for me. And he pretty much got himself fired because he got emotional and he tried to say like, okay, let me break it down what happened. So I have a project. I told him 2 months ago I had a project coming. I said, hey, it's here. Let's go look at it. He ain't had time. That's annoying, but okay. Gave him a couple of days to get himself together. He came and looked at it. And then he said, I'm going to give you some numbers tonight. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that it happens with all the guys who come to the site. They look around. This is nice. This is really big. This is a lot. And then they go, cha-ching. You don't hear it, but you see it in their eyes. I know it very well. So I'm already prepared. I done walked the place 2-3 times by now. So I know what you're supposed to be asking me for each piece of this project that I need done. That's where they mess up. They start throwing me these numbers that don't make no sense. And they upset me because the number is so ridiculous. You know that I know it's ridiculous. So either you're telling me you don't want to do it or you're telling me that you don't have no respect for me. Either way, I got a problem with you now. So that's what happened with the A team and the B team. Both of them walked in the door, looked around. Yeah, I can do it for this much. But the second guy, my work husband, he waited 2 whole days, and I tell him on the night before he's supposed to show up to work, you didn't give me the numbers. What's the numbers? And he started going down this whole, well, you always give me the hard job. I'm like, what are you talking about? You gave everybody else the easy stuff, and you want to come to me and ask me to do Hold up. I came to you because you're a specialist in this area, sir. And I'm on a tight deadline because the first guy who gave me the ridiculous number, he cost me an extra week of time. I didn't get to do what I was supposed to do last week because now I got to find a whole new squad to replace the squad I thought I had. Okay, I'm fired up. But long story short, these dudes come on the job site. They look around and they see black people who are doing okay. And they say, yeah, if you got some money, I'm going to go ahead and take it all. But that's not what I do because I'm the project manager here. I'm going to say you crazy and have a nice day. So peace out. They done. And they mad because I said, yeah, okay, never mind. Thanks. I'm going to holler at you. What do you mean? I mean, peace out. I'm not doing it. So let me tell you what I've learned. It's always been tough as a woman in this industry because it's male dominated. But most industries are male dominated. It's a man's world, really. But what pisses me off is when they talk to me like I'm nothing because I'm a woman and because I'm black. The black men generally treat me like I don't know enough, like they smarter than me all the time. The Latino men in this industry treat me like I'm out of pocket for doing what I do in the first place. And I'm definitely out of pocket for talking to them like it's my project and they work for me. But I hired you, so it's my project and you work for me. And if I don't want it like that, I'm going to say I don't want it like that. And you're going to say, oh, okay, well, how can I fix that for you, Miss Floyd? That's what I appreciate. But they get attitudes and they go, you don't understand. No, I do. I understand completely what I'm asking you to do and why it's different and why I'm paying you to do it. And then they go, like, when I'm trying to schedule stuff, they go, well, I don't know if I got time right now. I need you to act like this is a paid gig and you are in the business of performing this service for paid gigs because you like to pay bills like everybody else like to pay bills and you like to eat like I like to eat. So if I'm going to hire you for a job, act like I'm hiring you for a job and not like you doing me a favor because you about to give me some numbers and I'm going to have to pay those. This is what upsets me. But anyway, what I learned is, not all that crap. I learned that too, but every time I take on a project, I just got to mentally prepare for all of that. But what I've learned is to look at each project. And this is a pro tip for any of you out there who want to do a project with anybody. I see it on the neighborhood app next door all the time. I'm looking for so-and-so. I'm looking for a plumber. I'm looking for a handyman, this, that, and the other. But what you need to know is how long it should take him to do that job and how much it should cost per hour. Tip: if they give you a number that doesn't coincide with how long that should take and how much that should cost per hour, then say bye. For instance, I have an electrical job I need done. I took out an island. I'm going to put in a new island. It's a different configuration, so the outlets are going to be in different places. And they have to be so many per 6 feet or whatever. So I ain't supposed to know that. But anyway, an electrician came to look at the job today. He said to me, I'll get back to the office, let them run some numbers, and I'll get back with you. You know he's not going to get hired, right? You know why? Because an electrician who works by the hour could do that job, and he already knows how many hours it's going to take. Therefore, he knows how much it's going to cost because he knows how much he makes an hour. And so do I. He's not getting that job. The plumber, certain amount of hours for each job. He knows how much he should pay. He should be paid per hour for that job. But when they come at you with these whole big numbers, like for instance, last week, the guy that cost me a week, he wrote down a list of things I said I wanted done in the house. And then he wrote at the bottom, $21,000 in a circle. He didn't itemize it. He didn't even think about how much this would cost versus that and this and this and this. He didn't do it. He just looked at how much he wanted to make on the project as a whole. And I said, so, can you break that down for me? How much are you charging me to do this piece right here? And he goes, I'm going to have to call you tomorrow and talk about that. You know I ain't heard from him, right? I'm tired of these men trying to treat me like I don't know. And I'm really tired of having to act like a lady and be professional and be all the things that you know I'm supposed to be so that they don't see me act like they think I'm supposed to act, if you know what I mean. But I feel it. All of it. So anyway, today, the third guy that I chose to work with, who came through to do big parts of it, general contractor. I asked him on day one when he came to talk about installing my kitchen cabinets, which, by the way, he was hired to do because he's associated with the kitchen cabinet selling, the place to sell the cabinets. They have contractors that they send to install your cabinets if you pay to install the cabinets. I got them from there. So I said, hey, I'm trying to look for some new relationships. So if you do right by me, I'm going to keep calling you. And we both going to eat. Is that all right with you? And he said, okay. He was doing all right until today. Got into a pinch. And I said, this electrician ain't going to work out, but I'm on a schedule So if you want this done by Wednesday, so you can put this floor back together, can you take care of it? How much you gonna charge me? And he said, oh, I gotta write it. I gotta work the numbers and get back with you. No, you don't. So I kept talking about other stuff, and I came back around to it, and I said, look, how much you think that should cost? And he finally said the number. He said, I'll do all this for you for $5,400. And I said, in addition to this, and this, it was almost $10,000 worth of stuff at the end of the day. And I said, let me get back with you. I don't think that's going to work for me. You go ahead and do the pieces we already talked about. I'm going to go figure this out. So what I'm going to do is, tip number 2 goes with tip number 1. You figure out how much they should charge by the hour, and you figure out how long it should take them. You should know how much you got to pay them. Number 2 comes in where you find them. Home Advisor, a.k.a. Angie. Used to be Angie's List, used to be Home Advisor. They were separate. Now they're together. It's Angie, A-N-G-I. It's an app. You can do it on the website too, but there's an app for that. So you go on Angie or Home Advisor. They'll give you educational materials to tell you all about what the job is, how long it should take, how much it should cost. They'll even break it down for you. They'll be like, look, what's your zip code? We're going to give you a list of pros, and then we're going to compare it for you and tell you how much it's supposed to cost. And then, you know what? At the end of all of that, when they say you're ready to hire your pro, how many hours do you need? And they tell you how much it's going to cost per hour. If you join, you get a discount on all your services. But here's the thing that I appreciate about it. They give you, I'm going to call it a warranty. So every job that you hire somebody to do, they give you like this guarantee. If the people mess up, they make sure you get it fixed. And then if the people, they insure the product, basically, is what I'm saying. They make sure you're happy with your product, and if you're not, they're going to pay to get it fixed for you and all that. So then they give you this other thing where they, vetted these professionals. Now, the home warranty people used to say they did that too, but I think these people are a little different. The criteria is a little bit more stringent, it looks like, based on what I've observed from their website and all the things that I was reading. It seems like they do check their pros and make sure their licenses and things are intact, and the insurance and X, Y, and Z. So when you hire them, just know that you're not just hiring some stranger off the street and you paying them, but you have recourse if something goes wrong. And customer service is great. When you call them up, they be like, what can I do for you? And they mean it. When you tell them what they can do for you, they go, oh, is there anything else? And then they be like, have a great day. It's a great experience. I like it. So what I'm doing is I take certain jobs that, like, for instance, flooring, you can't really say how many hours it's going to take somebody to lay a floor. For instance, the guy that I hired a handyman. He's doing flooring for me. He's the slowest man I ever met in my life. But he's meticulous. He be checking them corners and them edges, and he's doing a good job. I need him to hurry up, but he's doing a good job. So, plus, I got this real thing now. I'm trying to, hire as many black people as I can. Black man. I'm going to just go ahead and get out of his way and let him do what he do. And then I'm going to find out what else he know how to do, because, again, I'm looking for a new team. So, yeah, then electricians, you can pay them by the hour. I don't care if you got 1,000 outlets you need fixed or relocated or whatever. However many hours it takes, that's how they're going to charge you, by the hour. There are some who want to give you a flat fee. Don't hire them. You have no idea what is all involved in what they got to do for that project. So why are they charging you a flat fee? Where'd they get the fee from? I need the math to make sense. You understand? So, yeah. Hire the people by the hour when you can. Plumbers, electricians, not painters. You don't know how long it's going to take to do them coats and the drying and this and that. They can give you a flat fee, but it would make sense if they tell you per square foot how much it's going to cost to do that job. That's another thing. I'm telling you, it's all about math. Sometimes they give you the number. It was just something they felt. You have to make sure you can make it make sense. How many square feet? How much time? How much per hour? You got to know things like that when you're hiring these professionals. Don't just let them give you a number. And if it sounds good, it's great. The electrical stuff, it sounds very detailed. And yes, you do have to be a professional to do it. However, I know it don't take no days at a time to do what I need done. So I'm going to pay you by the hour. Plumbing. It's a bunch of little components in there that cost a lot of money each piece. So that might be a little bit of charge for you. But again, I can pay you by the hour and I won't have to pay you $3,000 to move this vent or move this pipe or whatever. I'm tired of the people, y'all. Then I get home, I let the dog out. The dog don't want to come back in the house. I don't have time for your stuff, dog. I don't. The boy, I done found out he got all these missing assignments because he keep submitting them blank. Ain't nobody stupid. We know that you didn't do it. Please leave me alone. I got other stuff to worry about. I don't have no time for none of this. This is foolishness. None of it. But all of the male persuasion have gotten on my last nerve. Why we gotta keep taking people through this? Why we gotta keep challenging? I'm paying you. What is wrong? Compensation for a job well done. Why do I have to be humble or subservient in order to get you to do the job? Shut up and do the work. Or don't. That's just how I feel. I'm hungry, but I got a headache, and I need to decompress. That's why we had to talk today. We had to talk, because all this static. So now I got to go find me an electrician that charges about an hour and can come to work this week. So annoying. Anyway, how was your day? Did you have a good day? I hope you did. If not, take 5 deep breaths back to back. Sip some ginger tea, green tea, or wine, whatever relaxes you. And then just, what time is it? It's still early. Just be and get ready for tomorrow. But know that whatever happens today, the sun will return. It's all right. It's going to be all right. I'm going to get through my project. I'm not going to pay nobody $10,000 more of these dollars. That ain't mine. But I work for the people. I don't work for the money. You see what I'm saying? It's different for me. I need to make sure the people are okay. The money will come. And I enjoy spending the money. I enjoy paying my bills on time. But I work for the people. So it's got to be done right. And we're not going to rob them blind just because they got, a big pretty house. We're not doing that. Okay? Y'all have a good day.